Hey there, Susan. Sorry to bother you, but I was just curious if you knew where I put my pen case. I know that I had it on my desk when I left work yesterday, but I haven't seen it all day since arriving this morning.
Good morning, Pearl. I'm really sorry to say, but I have no idea where that could be.
I see. But the thing is that the pen case is just a really popular brand known for how cute and stylish it is. And you and I are the only women in our whole department, so I just really can't see why anyone but you would be interested in taking it. But if you think that you can treat me like that just because I'm new here, then you've got another thing coming. I know that you're just hiding it from me.
Wait a second, let's slow down for just a moment. You said that you remember it being on your desk when you went home yesterday evening, right?
That's right. I was using it pretty much until the end of the day, so I know that it had to be there when I left.
Okay, so you know it had to be on your desk at that time. The only thing is that I actually left for a business trip in the afternoon was probably up in the air, but the time you were leaving the office yesterday.
Oh, wait, you had to go on a business trip?
Yep, I had to fly all the way to New York, so it wasn't like I could pop back into the office anyways.
Oh, well, I had no idea that you were on a business trip.
Well, I take it that you're at the office right now, yes? So why don't you just ask others who are there if they've seen it, and not to worry about whether it was a guy or a girl who took it? I mean, we've all been there. When we need a pen and can't find one. I have a mug full of pens that are free for people to take just in case something like this happens.
Oh, right. Well, I guess I'll just use one of those for now.
That's no problem. Anyways, I'm about to start a meeting up here, so we'll talk later.
Susan, is it true that you're really going to be getting married?
Oh wow, I guess the office grapevine works quite quickly, doesn't it?
But I thought that you were already like 45 years or something like that, right? You mean to tell me that you've never been married before now? Is everything all right?
What do you mean is everything alright? I'm afraid I don't understand.
I mean, this guy isn't like some scammer or something like that, right?
Well, I certainly hope not. I would be in quite a bit of a trouble if he was.
But I heard about this on the news once. There are plenty of men out there who are looking to marry middle-aged women who make a lot of money just so that they can take all of it for themselves. Are you sure that you're not being targeted for something like that right now?
I really don't think that there is anything to be worried about in my marriage. Thank you for offering your concerns, though. I think things are going to be just fine, though. In fact, the man that I'm going to marry is someone that I've known since I was in my 20s, and is very close with my family. In fact, we've basically been dating for the past decade or so. But due to various circumstances, we were never able to actually get married until now.
Wow, I had no idea any of this was going on for you at all, Susan.
Well, I don't like to talk about my private life too much at work. I wasn't trying to hide anything from anyone, but no one ever asked about it, so I didn't see any reason to announce it either, although the bosses and management here knew about this for some time.
I see. Well, thank you so much for explaining all of that to me. I really appreciate it.
Sure thing, you seemed very worried for me, so I just wanted to lay those to rest. Hey Pearl, are you there? You do know that the workday has already started, right? Are you going to be late today as well?
Well. If it isn't Miss Susan. That's right, I'm going to be late, actually. But I'm working on a different project for my career right now.
A different project? I don't understand. What are you talking about?
I mean that I found a way to climb the corporate ladder in this place. And so I've been given a very important role that I'm fulfilling.
I'm sorry, but I'm still not following at all. I don't remember hearing about anything like that. And I doubt that someone still going through their trial period at the company would be given any sort of extra important assignment.
Well, I suppose that just goes to show what you know, huh? Because of the fact of the matter is that I'm special and you're not.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
Listen, Susan, I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of the day off, and you can take over for my projects today.
I'm sorry, but you do realize that by acting this way, I'm going to have to make a comment that will be brought up at the end of this trial period, right? And I'm most certainly not going to be doing your work for you.
Sorry, don't have time to read all that. I'm going on a spa day with my boyfriend.
Pearl, you can't just ditch work like this. Honestly, you're acting completely irresponsible.
Oh, Susan, are you there?
Hello, Pearl. I really can't believe that you didn't show up at all for work today. Just what has gotten into you?
I knew you were going to bring that up, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to let you in on a little secret so that you'll finally know how to get off my back and do as I say.
Just what are you going on about now?
Well, the boyfriend I mentioned is actually none other than Brian Colehouse.
Wait a second. Brian, as in the CEO's son, Brian?
That's right. The very one and the same. So when I say that I'm away on special duty or need some time off, I don't want to hear any gripes from you again.
Now hold on a second. I don't see how one thing relates to the other. I don't really care what you do in your private life, but you should keep that separate from your professional one.
You seriously make me so mad. Do you know that?
What do you mean? What is wrong about what I'm saying?
I mean that you're not getting the point that I'm trying to make, and it's pissing me off.
I'm sorry, but I think the one failing to see the important points here is you, Pearl.
Oh, and one more thing. I know all about your little secret.
My secret? Can you please just start making sense already?
I know that you stole some of the money that the company gave you for your business trip and pocketed it.
Excuse me? What did you just say?
You were so close to getting away with it too. It would have been the perfect crime.
And just who told you that I did something like that?
Brian did, of course. And there's no way that he would be wrong about something like this.
Well, he is, because that is just not true.
But who would ever want to marry an old woman who steals from her own company? That's why I knew I had to make Brian mine.
Again, no idea what you're talking about at all.
Well, not only is Brian young and rich and the heir to the company, but he also said that he would fire you when he's in charge.
Okay, Susan. I have just about had it all with all the crazy talk. I seriously have no idea where you or Brian are getting your information, but this is just becoming malicious.
Oops, I've got to go now. Brian is calling me. We booked a whole week in this amazing spa hotel in the mountains, so I won't be showing up to work until I get back.
Now wait just 1 second. You can't just say all of these things and run off.
Enjoy your lonely life, you old hag. I'm so sorry for stealing Brian from you.
I still have no idea what you're talking about, Susan. What is the matter with you?
I'm back from my vacation. Oh man. Brian and I were all over each other in the steamy hot baths. A week wasn't enough to spend with such an amazing future CEO. And to think that one day I'm going to be his wife.
Pearl, I just want you to know that after you send me those messages, HQ sent someone to investigate our branch for embezzlement.
Really? They actually showed up to our branch? Does that mean you're finally fired? Brian promised me it would happen when he was in charge, but he acted even faster just to make me happy. My heart is so full. And just know that you have no one else to blame but yourself for being caught in your crime.
Actually, someone was fired, and that person was Brian.
Wait, what do you mean?
You're in the office today, right? I think you should head to the meeting room right away.
I don't understand. What's going on? Hey, what the heck was all of that back there, huh? I don't understand what just happened. I walked into that room and had a job, and now I'm leaving and I'm fired? This isn't right! I was supposed to marry the next CEO of our company. How did this happen to me?
Pearl, allow me to correct one mistake that you still don't seem to be aware of making.
What do you mean? What mistake did I make?
Well, you seem to be under the impression that Brian and I were getting engaged to be married, is that right?
Wait a second. You mean that you weren't engaged to marry Brian? But I thought that everyone in the office told me that you were going to be marrying some future CEO or something like that.
And they were correct in telling you that. But the person that I'm going to marrying is the next CEO of one of our important business partners.
A business partner? Are you kidding me?
That's what I said, and it's one of the largest partners in fact.
You're kidding me! I had no idea about any of this!
And another thing that you got wrong, the next CEO of our company is not Brian.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I mean that I'm sure Brian bragged to you that he was the next in line to take over the company simply because he's the oldest son. But the fact is that the current CEO hasn't decided who is going to be taking over yet. But for now, the most likely candidate would be his niece, who is the regional director for one of our largest branches.
So then, in that case, what is Brian in all of this?
Well, he's being groomed for upper management, it's true. But for now, he hasn't graduated beyond being just another worker. And he's been in that same position for years now. So I don't know if he'll ever get a promotion.
He's been in the same position? For years?
And here's another thing that you got wrong. I wasn't the one embezzling. Brian was.
Please, there has to be some kind of mistake here.
No, I'm afraid it's very true. But if it's any consolation, the CEO did want to thank you for revealing exactly who it was doing all of that.
What is that supposed to mean? I didn't even say anything.
No, not directly. But when you said that you were spending a week on a spa vacation with Brian, it confirmed some suspicions that the CEO had about where certain company funds were going.
So then, he figured it all out from my messages?
Pretty much, although Brian was also worried that he was close to getting caught. And so before your trip, he had already begun to spread rumors that I was embezzling since I took the most business trips. Before anything too serious could happen to me, however, you revealed exactly where you were and what you were doing with Brian.
But I didn't know that I was going to get him in trouble.
But you did. You came to me trying to brag about stealing a man who was never mine, and you blew up your own good deal.
No, this can't be happening. I thought it was just a little spa vacation.
Well, going on that trip made you complicit in the illegitimate use of company's funds. Not to mention, it's double the amount of money spent if Brian has gone on his own.
But this is really bad for me, right? I could get in a lot of trouble for this.
Why do you think that you were fired in the first place? You and Brian both were.
But if Brian was fired, then he's never going to be the CEO.
I just told you that it was unlikely he was ever going to be more than he was right now. I warned you that you were still on your trial period with this company, but you thought you could go on doing whatever you wanted.
Please, I just need one more chance. I didn't realize what I was doing.
Oh, please. We both know that it's way too late for any of that.
But why?
Well, for one, even though I'm your boss, even I don't have that kind of power.
Wait, you're my boss?
You really aren't the brightest bulb of the bunch, are you? Anyways, I hope that I've cleared up any confusion for you.
Wait, no. Please, you have to help me.
Goodbye, Pearl. Following the audit from HQ, Brian was found to have embezzled upwards of $50,000. He was forced to repay the company from his own pocket and was saddled with a huge amount of debt before being fired.
It wasn't long afterwards that the present CEO stepped down and handed the reins of power to his niece. She's already begun to implement several reforms to how company money is spent, and the whole new system has taken some getting used to.
As for Pearl, she ended up canceling her engagement to Brian and split the cancellation fees for all the reservations they had made. After her firing, Pearl was forced to take on multiple part-time jobs to afford to live. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, Mark, are you there? Please, Mark, break up with me.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I met someone I really like. When I start thinking about this guy, I can't think straight. Actually, we've had a relationship a number of times now. He's driving me crazy. I can't stop this crazy emotion overwhelming me.
So, you've been cheating on me. How nice! Who is this guy you're so infatuated with? So much so you can't even think straight.
What are you going to do? Beat him up or something?
Just curious is all. I have a right to know, don't you think?
You don't know him. Won't mean much even if I told you.
Well, if it doesn't mean much, you can tell me, can't you? Makes no difference, right?
Yeah, well, suppose you're right. He's my boss at work. His name is Darren. Darren Boyd.
Oh yeah? Okay, I got it. Why not? Let's break up then. No use pursuing it anyways.
Seriously? You don't mind?
Yeah, you like this Darren guy more than me, right? So what can I do? Just seems like it would be a total waste of time to continue going out with someone who has no interest in me, right?
Just seems like you're giving up so easily. Suppose you're right, though. Better just to end it than fight it. If you're okay with it, great, then we're good to go. Hey, Mark, thanks for going out with me. I had a good time. Okay then, see ya.
Hey sis, what's up? Got Linda to admit it.
Huh? Admit what?
The admission that she was cheating on me, that she is seeing her boss.
Seriously? She admitted that to you?
Yeah, I told her I would break up with her, and in exchange, I asked her to tell me the guy's name. Said I was just curious. She said it straight out, Darren Boyd.
Oh, yeah? So you broke it off with her?
Yeah, figured it was time. What can I say? She sent me a line and said she met some guy and that she wanted to reel it off with me, and during the conversation I sort of tricked her into giving up his name. I sent you a screenshot of the whole conversation.
Hey, Mark. Sorry about all this. I didn't want to involve you, but...
Don't worry about it, sis. When I found out she was cheating on me, it was just a matter of time before we broke up. As a matter of fact, I was going to meet and discuss breaking it off with her, but she beat me to it. Oh yeah, and I didn't mention your name, so don't worry. Might be the most important point going forward.
I'm really sorry about this, Mark. Didn't want you to get all caught up in this.
Like I said, sis, forget it! I should be thanking you, actually. I'm glad I found out what kind of person she was before there was any talk of marriage. She cheated on me once, and I'm sure if we got married, she'd end up doing it again somewhere down the line. Truth be told, I wouldn't be able to trust her. What I'm more worried about is you, sis. What do you plan to do?
I'm just gonna let it simmer for a while, see how things play out. I talked to my lawyer about it, and he keeps mentioning that gathering enough evidence is the most important thing. Gotta be prepared, or I'll end up with nothing.
I'll do anything I can to help, so don't go taking on everything yourself. You got that?
Thanks, Mark. If the time comes, I may just need your help. I'm counting on you, little brother.
Hey, Mark, it's been a while. How are ya? It's been 2 months since we, broke up. What have you been up to?
Linda, why are you contacting me? We're not together anymore. I'm your ex.
Come on, so what? We're friends, right? No need to be so serious about it. Actually, I'm contacting you because I wanted to thank you.
Thank me? Thank me for what?
I talked to Darren about us breaking up, and, well, he in turn thanked me, saying he was overjoyed that I had picked him over you. After that, one thing led to another, and we started discussing getting married.
Oh yeah? That's just great.
Like I told you before, Darren's my boss at work, and he's the top sale rep at our department. But what makes him so wonderful is that, well, we usually meet up when he's scheduled to meet clients, and then we head to a downtown hotel. And there we spend like 2 or 3 hours doing you know what. But despite all that, he still maintains his top sales record. The guy is unbelievable.
Having a good time at a hotel while pretending to see a client. Sounds like a real stand-up guy.
Yeah, you think? He's really full of surprises. Can you believe that I'm in love with such a wonderful guy? What we can't get during the day, we make up for after work. This is all thanks to you. You didn't put up a fuss about us breaking up, and it allowed me to spend time with him. I really appreciate it, Mark. It's like this every day. Love all day and all night. I'm in paradise. I'm so overjoyed and grateful that I was able to break up with you. I'm the happiest girl in the world. Just wanted to convey that to you.
I'm so glad that you're happy, Linda. Actually, I'm glad we broke up before it got messy.
Messy? What do you mean?
You'll find out sooner or later. See you around. Have fun while you can.
Huh?
Hey sis, guess what? I just got some very interesting information. You'll love this. Can I send it to you?
Seriously, what kind of information?
That investigator you hired probably already got it, I bet, but just in case, I'm sending it to you right now. Apparently, these guys are playing around during working hours and popping into a hotel for a few hours for a little heavy petting. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Can you believe it? Linda sent me a text bragging about the whole thing. But this would really be concrete evidence about their little affair, don't you think? Lots of details in the text. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, it could be useful, but... This Linda, you used to date her. Is she some kind of airhead or something?
Not sure about that, but you're right. Not much up there, that's for sure.
Yeah, I really don't see any other explanation.
I'm about to send you the text data, just so you know. I'm setting them in order of how it's all unfolding. You know what I mean? Better have all the text data to get an understanding of the entire episode. That's not okay to you?
Yeah, right. Yes, send it all to me.
Alright, it's on its way.
Hey, Mark, you there? Please pick up. I need your help.
Linda, you again. What the hell is it this time? Maybe stop more of your gloating. You got your new guy, who was it? This Darren guy, right? What do you want from your second-rate ex? You're part of my college-era friends, so I was a bit reluctant to block you, but this is getting a bit much. I just don't want to get all caught up in your mess, so please.
Don't give that BS, Mark. I heard you're the younger brother of Darren's wife. Is that true?
So you already know about that. If that's the case, no need to feign ignorance, I guess.
So it's true, you and Darren's wife are siblings?
Before you start accusing of anything. When we first started dating, I knew nothing about any of this. It was all just a coincidence.
Seriously? You weren't trying to deceive me, were you?
After my sister had an investigator check up on him, this whole complicated relationship came to light, that's all. When I heard that my sister's husband, my brother-in-law, was cheating with you, I was totally shocked. As you can probably imagine, I mean, my brother-in-law cheating on his wife who turns out to be my girlfriend. You can't make this shit up! Well, right now I'm over it. All I'm doing now is watching over my sister, who will probably make you guys pay the consequences.
Are you serious? You sold out your girlfriend to your sister?
Sold you out.
Yeah! Your sister was so jealous of me that she hired a lawyer and now wants Darren to pay compensation for cheating on her. Your girlfriend was in trouble. I mean, you're supposed to protect me. You probably knew all this being the younger brother and all. You could have leaked some of that info to me, for God's sake. That's what a responsible boyfriend would do. You're so cruel! How could you?
Wait a sec. Cruel? I'm not the cruel one here. It's what you and Darren did to my sister that's cruel.
Excuse me?
For starters, going out with a married man is wrong. Also, the fact is that my girlfriend was having an affair and sleeping with a guy out of wedlock. You can imagine my sister's surprise when she found her husband was shacking up with her younger brother's girlfriend. In other words, both me and my sister were betrayed by our respective partners.
Yeah, but...
To put it more bluntly, this is a war. Mark and Carol versus Darren and Linda. Wonder what the outcome will be. What do you think? That's the situation at the moment. With all that said, why the hell would I even protect you? Leak your info. Give me a break.
But...
Do you think I have the slightest bit of concern for you? The answer's obvious, right?
But You and I were, I was only trying to...
No response, huh? Yeah, I thought not. Just make sure you and Darren pay my sister for what you guys put her through.
Hey, Mark, this is not happening. We had no other choice but to just pay the darn compensation your sister's lawyer asked for or else. But then they had to go and fire the both of us. Now we have no way of paying off the debt. What are we supposed to do?
Ah, yeah? I wonder why. Oh, wait a sec. I wonder if it was because you were screwing around, pardon the pun, and going to a hotel during work hours. Maybe that has something to do with it, you think?
Huh? What? Why the hell do you know that?
You're not thinking straight, Linda. You sent me a line and told me the whole thing, don't you remember? I got the whole conversation right here.
Huh?
By what you were saying, seems like you guys were doing it quite often. My sister also had an investigator check on you guys, so I bet they know the time and day and probably the name of the hotel you guys went to. Bet they even have a couple of snapshots. I can imagine how a company would react to something like that. I mean, do you really think a company pays you guys to make love?
Why didn't you tell me she was having us followed? Then we would have been more careful.
I'm going to say this one last time. I'm not your friend. I'm with my sister all the way on this one. So why would I even mention it to you? It was too late at that point anyhow.
Mark, what do you say? Can't we get back together? I mean, we did make a great couple, didn't we?
Excuse me?
I mean, perfect timing, right? I'm not working anymore. We could get married and I'll stay home and be a housewife. Sounds good, huh? What do you say? You've known me for a while now, right, Mark? You know I'm the type that would make a really great housewife. I'm sure I would make a great partner.
I'm going to have to stop you right there, Linda. What the hell are you talking about? Now, why would I do that?
Huh?
You did pay my sister the entire amount she was demanding, right?
Yeah, well...
Okay, then. I guess it's about time I blocked you online.
What do you mean?
I just wanted to see if it all went well for my sister. If you paid her off, well, we have nothing more to talk about.
So that's it, huh? Just wanted to check up on me, and when you got the result, you want goodbye? That's it?
Yep, that's it. All I did was help my sister nab the people who betrayed her, that's all. Way better than some girl I know who would text me constantly bragging about her affair with some guy she dropped me for. Did you really think I enjoyed that?
How could you?
I can't believe that you really want to get back with me after all that's happened. How about Darren? I thought you loved him.
I do, but I love you more, Mark.
I can't bear to hear anymore. Goodbye. Well, my sister's divorce finally went through. I suppose one consolation is that they didn't have kids. Linda and Darren were thinking of continuing their relationship after the divorce, but when they both got fired, they used up both their savings to pay off my sister, so they were left with nothing. I heard they moved to an old beat-up apartment downtown. Evidently, they had severe money problems, which probably led to them arguing almost every night. One night it got so bad that a neighbor called the police. With so many complaints from neighbors, it's only a matter of time before they are evicted.